Good morning. Today we're going to deal with an economic influencer by the name of J.P. Morgan, who lived in the late 19th century and the early 20th century. This particular individual, who was born in Hartford, Connecticut in 1837, became one of the most influential men in the United States and in the world. He started his own company at age 24, and his father, who had a partnership with Peabody and Company, or George Peabody and Company in England, became the head banker or person in charge of that company. And his son, J.P. Morgan, worked with his father and started a company in New York by the name J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan, in addition to being involved in banking, was also involved in the establishment and production of U.S. Steel, or should I say, the U.S. Steel Company. He also helped to finance, on more than one occasion, Thomas Edison's endeavors to expand his electric company. In addition to that, J.P. Morgan is remembered for actually helping to rebuild Germany and France after World War I by providing loans to both countries. And after the Panic of 1907, this individual also helped to get banks reinvigorated financially so that the people who had lost faith in the banks would start supporting the banking industry again. And through his efforts, and not with, of course, his consent, the United States government saw the need for a central bank. And in the 20th century, a central bank was established because it was recognized by Congress that no particular individual or private bank or corporation should have complete control of the banking industry. Beyond this, J.P. Morgan was also remembered as an individual who was a lover of art, and his holdings were so substantial that after he died, much of his artwork was donated to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And like other individuals during his day, he was a person that was not always, of course, liked by everyone. And this is evidenced by the fact that at one point in 1920, Wall Street, which is where his building was, or is, was bombed. And there were people that were killed because of this. And people that were involved in this, or should I say, it was thought that the people involved in this were from a rival corporation or possibly from another country. Needless to say, none of the head people in Morgan's company were killed or injured during that time of the blast. But there was one employee, of course, who did die, and there were many casualties. Aside from this, J.P. Morgan is remembered as being an individual who was able to sway politicians. This, of course, did not lead him to be liked, and the monopolies that he was in control of course, caused him to be suspect among the government and other individuals who felt that he had too much control. And of course, eventually, his influence caused the government to curtail the monopolies and the control which the Morgan company had on other banks. And today, what we have with respect to the central bank, the Federal Reserve, and some other things that are in place are partially due to the repercussions and the events that transpired during the life of J.P. Morgan. And if you care to find out more about this individual, there is information that has been provided with this video that you can look at so that you can get a greater perspective on this very influential and enigmatic individual by the name of J.P. Morgan. Thank you for allowing me to share. Have a good day.